I'm going to carry on with the autumn scenes project, and I thought this morning I'll do something similar to what I did last week, but this time I'll use watercolours. So last week I did this kind of nice misty scene, so I thought I couldn't find the photo for that one, so I thought I'll do this one. I quite like that one too. So that's what I'll do this morning. Then perhaps another week I'll do a little bit of a demo of painting autumn trees or something like that. So that's the theme if you wanted to go with that theme. It's great to see some nice still life objects appearing, things like that. The other thing, I've sent an email around yesterday just to say that the 30th I'm going to need to cancel the session because I've got we've got the private view of the Wapping group, and I was hoping I could just go out for a couple of hours in the evening, but there wasn't us there right at the beginning, so I'll need to sort of take the day off teaching for that. So if you paid already, that week will get carried straight over, unless you need a refund. I'm happy to do a refund if you need a refund. But otherwise, I'll just carry that straight over. Yeah, that. And obviously, you're very welcome to come up to the show. The private view is on the Thursday, and then the show is open for about 10 or 11 days. It's open for quite a while. I've got details here. So this one here, I quite like this one. And I really quite like this little gate bit, this little bird on the coast. And I thought that on its own, there's almost like not quite enough happening for me. Just wanted a little bit. But in some ways, it'd be quite nice to keep it fairly minimal. I'm thinking perhaps a hedge there. The gate can go here. So I'm just kind of enlarging that bit a little bit. And then I can't see any more hedge there, but I'm sure there will be a bit of hedge. Perhaps it might even be better if I didn't make it too central. Something like that, perhaps. And then we've got all these trees in the background. And this row, so actually that might be better a bit lower. Let's bring that down to there. Should be able to take these lines out afterwards. And then the level of the field can be there, and that will give me a little bit more room for these. I rather like these sort of slightly misty backlit trees here. So that should be enough for drawing, and then I can then work into that. What I'll do is I'll start with the sky, which is quite a warm, almost slightly pinky colour. So morning, I've got a little bit of yellow ochre and raw sienna, and a tiny bit of a crimsony colour to make it slightly pinker. And plenty of water. Okay, just get a bigger brush. Should work for a wash. So it's always quite tricky, these bigger washes. Yeah, I think something like that. And then as it comes down, to me it gets a little bit less intense in colour. So I'm going to add a little bit of brown in with that. Just use the same mix and just bring that down a bit. And here it's definitely a little bit more purpley. So I just add just like a graded wash around here. Actually, I think I'll probably leave it there because it's a fairly dry. Now maybe I'll put another little bit of a yellowy, ochre colour, slightly similar to what we've got up here. And that could be the grass area as well. So perhaps get some paint on all the paper. So, sort of variegated washes would go down. So what I do is I'd let that dry, and then the next stage would be this line of trees in the background, which is very pale. But I think I'd want that on. I think I want that on the dry paper. I might do a little bit here and see how it looks, and then the rest I could do on the dry. It might work with a soft edge. Just mix something like slightly lilac-y grey. So, like that. Just go for a slightly smaller brush so it doesn't pick up too much. Try a little bit. Well, that's working all right because that's actually sort of dried enough already. So we just want to cut in around here and just leave a gap for, let's go a tiny bit lighter. Vary that a little bit, adding a little bit of cerulean in with that, just to grey that violet down a bit. Yeah, I think that's a better tone. Keep it fairly light. Yep, and then put that in. So kind of trying to follow through here. Some of this. To create a little bit of texture in the background, a little bit of suggestion of tree shapes. And for me, it's very much an experiment, trying to pitch the tones. Don't want it too dark or too light, really. It's quite nice, sort of adding little bits of blue, just slightly varying the colour as we go around. And then where I've got slightly too much paint, I'll just lift some of that out. But I don't mind it being a little bit darker at the bottom here. So it might be better to just kind of have that a bit more horizontal and let some of that run back down. That probably, yeah, that might create quite a nice look, just slightly darker there. Is that enough for the time being? Yeah.
Thanks.
Right, okay, so we'll leave it at that, and then perhaps hopefully do a little bit more another week or on another demo. And see.
Yes. Thank you.